Hello everyone, and welcome to the Catch World Cup 2023, round of 32. Today we have the Philippines versus Denmark. I am Ash Ketchum, and I'll be joined by Quinton today as a co-commentator.
Hey Ash, how are you doing on this beautiful Sunday afternoon? Well, at least Sunday afternoon for the two of us. The first couple of matches, well, the first couple of matches on Sunday, I would say, aside from those midnight matches. And we have Philippines versus Denmark. Denmark making their return again to CWC after a one-year hiatus, and then Philippines also making a return as they didn't qualify last year. And then this year they come up with the most based team of all. These guys are incredible at the game. They managed to get seed 5, and I'm very looking forward to see the Philippines play, especially. But also it's great to have Denmark back. All three Nordic countries have returned. Well, are back into the in the bracket.
Four.
So
All four.
Oh yeah, all four. Of course, I forgot about Norway. My apologies. Yeah, so all four of them. But yeah, what are your thoughts on this matchup? I know you were quite a Denmark fan, and how would you say it? Someone that's very knowledgeable about your team. I would say I am as well about the Philippines, a bit more than Denmark. That is. So what are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, okay, well, so Denmark, I mean, this round is their chance to perform well, I think. If they're gonna cause any upsets or any potential, surprises, then it's definitely on this pool. I've got some insight on the roster, and I know that they play decently on this pool. The Philippines is a very, very strong team, though, especially this year when they have one of their best rosters they've ever had, to be honest. I mean, they have Bunray, Rusty, Roydo, Kielzu. I mean, it's insane. So it's going to be a very tough match for Denmark, and I mean, I think the odds are definitely against them. Because, yeah, the Philippines this year is just so strong. And we actually have a ban from the Philippines now, Nomad 1, the consistency pick.
Yeah, we have seen some lower seed teams getting multiple points, for example Brazil, also Norway beating out Japan, even though those seeds are a little bit closer. So this pool is definitely not too difficult for lower seed teams to take points of higher seed teams, but it's also not too easy for it being a 6-way FC fest, I would say. So I think this is perfectly suited for a team like Denmark to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, depending on how it goes.
Exactly.
Points of Philippines, that is. So yeah, Philippines, absolutely stacked roster. Their late game skill is insane. I mean, they have Roydo, who is known to be a absolute tournament god, and especially also in earlier rounds. So he's definitely capable of just pulling out 7 FCs out of 7 maps. Last time I've played Roydo myself, that's exactly what it did, which was also in a group stage pool. We played 8 maps and he FC'd all 8 of them. So I'm curious to see if that's going to be the case today as well. We see Hidden 1 getting banned, which is, I think, the most reasonable ban against a team like the Philippines. Plus, Hidden 1 is quite a lengthy map as well. It's just, I would say it's the more difficult one of the two Hiddens, which is kind of unexpected given how Hidden 2 is the L'Oreal Hidden 1, which is the most niche skill set, but it's way more forgiving than Hidden 1, so it is a ban that I expected. Pick-wise, I would assume Nomad 2 is definitely a Denmark map, perhaps DT1 as well. They might want to go for Mixed Mob with Sharpen on the hard truck, which is a phenomenal hard truck player, so curious to see where they'll be taking this one.
Indeed. I think, yeah, like you said, Hidden 2 actually in this pool is actually fairly easy for lower Hidden. So it may not be that advantageous to the Philippines as opposed to Denmark, but Hidden 1 is definitely a reasonable ban here against such an OP Hidden roster like the Philippines. I mean,
yeah, definitely.
One of the best Hidden rosters, yeah.
Yeah, Philippines did they get first on the L'Oreal Hidden pick in the qualifiers? I think they did, or at least they got top 2. So yeah, Philippines just so scary on Hidden.
Definitely. I am quite curious to see what Denmark will pick here. I think, yeah, Nomad 2 maybe would be a decent one. Maybe Nomad 4 even, because I think their convert skills are actually quite good. I mean, they have a lot of veterans on their team that play a lot of converts.
That's definitely also completely valid. The Danish roster is full of experience. Sharpen and Captain have been playing this game for close to a decade now, I would say. But they're going to go for the Mixed Mod 1 in the end. So I think Mixed Mod 1 as well, that's a very nice pick for them. Sharpen on the hard, I think Captain on the Hidden.
Captain on the Hidden for sure. Yeah.
Captain on the Hidden for sure. Then the Nomad, not too certain. For the Philippines, well, they have quite a few players that can play all positions there. Marin is like known for the hidden hard rock, so they might go into the hard rock. Kelzu can also definitely play hard rock. Royo for the hidden, Bunry for the hidden. The Nomad most likely Rusty, I would say, but it's just super interchangeable between these guys.
Oh yeah, they can pretty much put any player on any mod here at this round, to be honest.
Yeah. Also Kari for the Nomad for Denmark. I completely forgot about Kari. Also a very solid Nomad player, can also play hard rock and double time if I'm not mistaken. So they'll probably be playing the Nomad, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I even think that Kari could also play hard rock on this map, but Sharpen is obviously maybe perhaps the more reliable choice on a map like this. But Kari on Nomad for sure, at least, and Captain on Hidden.
Yeah, definitely. This map is close to 3 minutes, quite lengthy. Probably one of the longest maps still left in the pool, given how Nomad 1 and Hidden 1 are bad. AR 9.2, I mean, it's relatively slow for Nomad, it's fine for Hidden. With hard comes AR 10, obviously. There's one memory jump around 700 if I'm not mistaken. And for the rest, it's just your typical 4.4 range star map, I would say. So it's definitely viable to see multiple FCs here, even see a trio FC for either team or for both teams. So I'm very curious to see how it's going to be going. And Rusty actually going to go with the Hidden, which is surprising in my opinion. I did not expect that. Then Marin on the Hardrock and Bunry on the Nomad. Okay, so they did change up a little bit in comparison to how we expected it. But here we go. Mixed won the first pick of Denmark versus Philippines.
Indeed. This is, these teams are, like you said, coming off after a 1-year hiatus, playing in their first World Cup after a year. So this is technically their first time playing in a World Cup for all of them in a year.
Yeah. Also the first time they were playing with the qualifier system as well, I believe. These players are still used to group stage, so yeah, it's a good time. It's good to see all of them back. A lot of veterans as well on both teams, so it's great to have those teams back. Philippines had their best finish ever in the year before the hiatus. Sharpen going to be first to drop actually, so but it's a clean miss off the 200, so only a singular miss. Any trade from Philippines will tie things up, I believe. Might have missed a droplet as well, but that's obviously that can be spinned away because I do believe there's a spinner in this map. So, but that's a 1 miss advantage for Team Philippines approaching the first third of this map.
It's interesting you mentioned the group stage because I remember I was talking to the Denmark team like only about a week ago or something, and they still thought they were going to play group stage before the qualifiers. They only found out that it was qualifiers about 2 days before the qualifiers.
That's amazing. That's actually amazing. All players, actually Marin going to be finding a miss. It's going to be trading that miss from Sharpen as soon as they get to 200 combo. I think this is practically tied halfway into this pick. Kare. Also, there's some accuracy drops on the Danish side. Only SS is still Bunray, so it's a slight accuracy advantage for Philippines. And that might be a difference maker, but that's of course crawling back.
It's going to flip over actually, because Sharpen's accuracy, oh never mind, it's the same as Marin now. I think Sharpen's accuracy was higher, but oh yeah, it's so close there. Look at that. Denmark in the lead though.
That's 1,000 points ahead, less than 1,000 points. It's really, really close. 1 turn left. All players see this now, though, so they know that it's so tight, and that increases the nerve level. I'm not sure which team is better at handling their nerves, though.
Yeah, it's
stressful, but
it's a tough one. I think Philippines may have edged out that spinner just a bit. I think they may have flipped over the score, actually.
I'm not sure if everyone has to hold. The first team to miss here is probably going to be losing this point. We're approaching the end. I believe the memory part has already passed, so it's all... This is super close right now. 1/8 left. And it's going to be Sharpen, though.
Sharpen finds a miss there.
Sharpen going to be missing. No trades coming from Philippines, and if they hold on for 5 seconds, then the Sharpen going to be finding another break, and Captain as well. So that's going to seal the deal here in Denmark. Kind of falling apart right at the end there. Rusty, Bunray still onto the FC carry as well, but it's going to be 2 FCs for 1. And that was super, super close, but Philippines going to be breaking Denmark right under the first pick with about a 70,000 score gap. Yeah, that's 2 people missed. It's already 70,000 points. Really unfortunate for the Danish rush because there was a possibility here.
Oh yeah, there was hope there for sure. I mean, fair play to Denmark there. If they would just held on, perhaps Philippines beat them on the spinner a little bit, but if they would have just held on there, they actually would have gotten the point because they were leading at the break. So just that one miss from Marin and the Philippines. But yeah, I mean...
Yeah, Bunray and Rusty did outspin Kare, so that might influence things as well, given the spinners, because there was still a spinner at the end there, so it would have been really, really close, but that is Philippines, and I mean, take as well, a team like Philippines, if they're not triple FCing, they're one missing and double FCing, and that's just, you have to beat that. And a team like Denmark, C28, relatively low on the lower end, right? That's not an easy feat, and they still have an FC. 1 miss and 3 miss, really solid scores on their side, but the Philippines is not just going to give it to you. And yeah, it's just such a scary team, and they didn't even have Rodo playing as well, which is arguably their best player. So there's a lot going on right now, but. I think Denmark can definitely still be very happy about that score. 2.9 million on Mixed 1. I'm not sure there's many teams beating that this week. Not too sure how many times it's been played as well, but and again, this should still be a motivator in some sense that, for example, Mixed Mod 2, even though it's lower AR, that might still be a great pick for them, or something like the Nomad 2, which is quite comparable to Mixed Mod 1. But nonetheless, we're going to go for the fish map, DT3, and this one is it's a fish map, and this is by far the hardest map in the pool. It's placed really awkwardly. The tap dashes are awful to play in solo, but they're even worse to play in a multi environment because, well, I mean, it's so easy to mess those up, and when you're a little bit nervous or your flingers are a little bit sleepy, that just completely ruins your combo. And there's like 2 sections of those tap dashes, so one in the beginning, one in the end. Well, if you miss at 2, you're already losing 80,000 points, or you're close to like less than 900k. So this one is really hard, and that's why a lot of the higher end teams pick this map, because this one is definitely by far the hardest map in the pool.
Oh yeah, I mean, it makes sense as the higher seeded team to pick this against a low seed team. I mean, you feel confident if you're the Philippines against Denmark on this for sure, because I believe, you know, the teams on the lower end of the seeding are not going to be able to do that well on this map compared to the higher seeded teams. It's just that type of map. It's, like you said, by far the hardest map in the pool, and yeah, this pick makes a lot of sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
I still think Denmark can do pretty well on this though. But the Philippines obviously confident, and that's why they picked it.
Yeah, exactly. There's similar maps in the pool, like Nomad 3, which is also one of those really weird spacing maps, which is also easy to mess up. That's also one of the harder maps. I can definitely see Philippines picking that. Aside from that, I think DT3 and Nomad 3 are the most difficult ones, and the rest of them are about the same in difficulty, right? Hidden 2 might be a little bit easier, which is pure reading test, but still curious to see how these teams are going to be doing on this, because we've seen quite a few of the top seeds had multiple misses on this map, so there's definitely potential, but not going to be an easy task at all.
This is the type of map that you can miss on even if you're a top player, to be honest. I mean,
yes, exactly. Have the top 50 play this? I don't think 25 of them have seen it the first time.
Exactly.
Obviously, that's a wild guess. Might be underestimating the top 50, but
I mean, I have seeded sight read, but I don't know if that counts.
Oh, okay, but you're top 50, so that you're one of those 25 that do FC.
Am I in the top half? Let's go. So here we go.
The tap dashes, yeah, definitely. The tap dashes start around 200 comp, if I'm not mistaken. The beginning section is relatively easy. These streams, it's easy to mess up on the third part of the stream, but it doesn't seem like... Actually, Burry is going to be messing up right there. That's going to give an early advantage towards Denmark, but now the tap has come. Rescue also dropping. 2 misses to none. Captain trading 1, so 2 for 1 right now. Sharpen and Kare versus Marin right now.
Sharpen and Kare really showing, I mean, why they're the top 2 players in Denmark right now, holding the full combo, while Rusty and Buttery actually found misses, so this is super impressive from them here. And they're hitting the stairs.
Yeah, the tap dashes are over now, so now it's the slower section again. And then there's stab dash at the end there, but Bunray finding another miss in the slow section. That's 2 miss ahead of Captain trading once again. So Captain and Bunray are mirroring each other, but it's still advantage Denmark.
Look at Sharpen and Kara right now. They're playing super well on a map like this. I mean, wow, I'm impressed myself. Right? I did not know they could do this. This is awesome.
This is definitely very nice. Rescue with the Manwis Marin. The only FC on Philippines left. That's 40,000 points. That's less than a single miss, I do believe, because Burmy missed before 200 combo. So it's 1 miss on Team Denmark on Carry or Sharpen is going to switch it back to Philippines. So they're still not ahead. And Sharpen is going to be... I cursed him there. My apologies, Sharpen. He's going to be switching it over, I think, after everyone's buff 200 combo. But the hard section is coming up once again.
Kari is still with the FC. I mean, if he can hold on for Denmark, there's still a chance. Sharpen finds another miss there. That's very unfortunate. So they're going to have to hope for more misses from the Philippines now. But actually, everyone hits that. And now back to the tap dashes. Will there be any more misses? Oh, it's Kari and Rusty trading there. It's going to stay even. But actually, yeah, that means Kari dropped his full combo.
Yeah, Marin's the only FC left in the lobby, still holding out the combo 9 and he's keeping going. Still hitting all of the tab dash. But finding a miss, this might actually get close in the end section. Not sure if there's enough combo. They have two people above 200 versus 1, so it's only 10,000 points actually. But if my seat and Marin's gonna drop the FC, that's actually Denmark in the end.
All they need to do is hold here. Denmark could take a break point here against the Philippines if they just hold. Oh my god, this... please!
Sharp's gonna find a miss, but...
Marin trades, and Denmark takes the break point against the Philippines here on DT3.
On the hardest map in the pool, actually, with 20,000 points. Beautiful performance coming from Kara with the 1 miss. Captain 4 misses, Sharp and 3 misses, but Philippines... Also, Marin with the 977,000 points, but then again... Denmark taking a point from Philippines. A lot of pick'ems destroyed once again this weekend, which has been like the storyline. I feel like Peru taking a point from Canada, Brazil taking 3 from Poland, and once again Denmark doing the exact same thing, taking a point from Philippines and 1-1. So I mean, it's a break point on the hardest map. It's a beautiful.
It's beautiful, and it's, you know what it is? It's the Nordic fish buff. It's the fish map. I'm telling you.
Definitely. I thought they lost it there at the end when Sharp had missed twice in the streams, but then Philippines also double missing on Marin and Rusty. 1-1. And now what does Denmark go for? They can go for double time 1 and double time 2. I mean, they seemed very confident in double time, I feel like, so. Could also go for the mixed mod 2, the no mod 2. Curious to see... Oh, the no mod 4 actually, because you already mentioned they're really good combat players as well, so.
This is. I mean, this has to be such a good mental boost for them here. Beating Philippines on like a break point as well on DT3, the hardest map in the pool. I mean, that's probably one of the best outcomes you can hope for in a match like this.
Anything is possible. And if I were Philippines, I'd get a little scared, right? That Triple C wasn't really the case on double time 3. All 3 players missing. Denmark, which is 23 seats lower, taking a point from you on the hardest map in the pool. That is not all that bright and sunshine, right? That's not a saying, but I made that up, but you know what I mean. Nonetheless, double time 1 getting picked, so they are going to stay into the double time. Map by VOD, it's an Air 8.2, it's a little more than 2 minutes in length, and it's just your typical platter. I think it's a platter, might be a rain. Like a
light rain.
Light rain, yeah, it's a typical light rain patterning. It plays very smoothly, it feels very nice. There's one part around 9 of the combo that you could trip up on, but that's a big if. I expect multiple Cs on this one, on both sides, but yeah, the map just plays really nicely. It just flows right, you know, it just feels right. You can just turn off your thoughts and just play the map and think about nothing, and it just works out. At least that's how I feel about it, so.
Yeah, I mean, a good word for it would be like autopilot. You can just put your brain on autopilot and just react to it, basically.
Exactly. Autopilot, exactly. We see Ilzu coming in, Denmark having the exact same roster. I think it's going to be the roster for all maps. There's still Chukas, I believe, in there.
Chukas and Waffle Latte, I believe, is going to be making an entrance in the hidden map, if it is picked.
That might be, indeed. But there's only one hidden map. I do think Philippines are going to pick it sometime later on. If there's one thing Denmark is not that good at, it's obviously hidden. I think everyone knows that, so I'd be surprised if they do not pick the hidden 2. Might be the next pick, might also be the Nomad 3 coming up after this one. We'll have to see. Nonetheless, this Danish rush on double time seems very scary on double time 3, so I think double time 1 should be even more smooth for them. I think this is Kielzu's first map of the day, subbing in for Rusty.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I think it's been Bunbury, Rusty, and Marin for all of the maps so far, all the 2 maps that have been played. So Kielzu making his first appearance.
And Captain going to go with the hidden, which is only for reading purposes. There's no score bonus in catch the beat. Map's about 1,200 combo, I think.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah.
The Captain on hidden makes sense. He prefers the hidden mod, he does. Especially on anything that's above AR 9.5.
I think this translates to 9.8, right? So that should... And we're going to be finding a first initial drop in the beginning section.
Ooh, you don't want to drop. You don't want to drop on a map like this against Denmark. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. It's not it's not a full miss, given how it's with 170 comps, so that should be fine. And Captain missing once off 200 comp, Marion trading it, so still advantage Denmark, about 20,000 points ahead, I think, if everyone was above 200 combo. Both hidden players missing, which is interesting, I would say.
Are you saying that they should question their choice on hidden now? Is that what you're trying to imply here?
I definitely imply that. I think hidden does not work on anything, but that's my opinion only. There are some people that make it work somehow. Nonetheless, everyone building up above 200 combo, and that's 25,000 points lead for Denmark. But that's less than a single miss, so any miss on Team Denmark is going to switch it back to Philippines, so they still have to watch out. There's still 2 SS's on Bunnery and kills it, and Captain's going to be providing that miss, and that should switch it back to Philippines, I do believe, halfway through this double time 1 pick.
Yeah, but look at Kari and Sharp N with both FCs there. So is Killzone and Bunnery, just Marin with those 2 misses. Captain has also found 2 misses, but they were at like more unfortunate times than Marin, so therefore the lead is in the Philippines' favor right now.
Yeah, exactly. The 900 combo part is coming up. We might see a single choke there. Half a miss separating both of these 2 teams going into the last quarter of this map. Sharping will be dropping though. That's going to be 1.5 misses in front of Philippines, so they need 2 breaks now.
Yeah, they're gonna. Oh, Marin finds a break though. There's still hope. There is still hope. Killzone and Bunnery still with the full combos though, and Kare holding on for Denmark right now, full comboing. Like his life is on the line.
Double time has been really nice. Captain finding another break though. And it does seem that Philippines is going to be running away with this 1-8 left. Killzone and Bunnery on the bottom side, still going to double as both of them. Beautiful performance coming from them. Song speeds up a little bit, but the bands are equally as difficult. Captain going to be finding another break there. Definitely struggling in the ending sections of this map, and that's going to be Philippines breaking Denmark again. Triple breakpoint actually on the double time. Sharpen also going to be missing at the end. Kare with another FC actually together with the mixed mod 1. That's 2 FCs out of 3 for Kare. Really solid performance on their end, but 2 FCs on Team Philippines. Once again, there were opportunities, right, Ash, but just not able to really capitalize on them all that much.
Oh yeah, what Denmark needs to take from this is that there's definitely hope. Like they've seen that. They've seen that there is a chance for them to get points here, and they've already gotten 1. So
yeah, the Philippines is slightly opening the door. They just got to step in, and they did on double time 3, but they weren't able to do it on double time 1.
Yes, unfortunately, they did find way too many misses on this, as opposed to only 3 misses from Marin and the double FC on the Philippines side. But I mean, yeah, it is expected from players like Bunnery and Killzone to do well on a map like this. Unfortunately, Denmark was not able to capitalize on, like you said, the open door that Philippines showed.
I like that metaphor myself. Nonetheless, I think we're going to be seeing the hidden 2 now, right? I think
it makes sense. It would make sense.
For a team like Denmark, where you know they're not really that good on hidden, picking it off of double time is like a double bonus on that, because double time feels completely different. You catch and moves way faster. If you're going to go into a low AR hidden pick, then that's brutal. So in my opinion, hidden 2 is the perfect choice here. It's the perfect choice.
Yeah, it's a very, very strong pick against Denmark. I mean, they could also choose to save it for later, maybe when they're at match point or something.
Yeah, they are going to be doing that. They're listening to you. They're going to go with the Hard Rock 1, mapped by www. Great song. League of Legends background, apparently. Might be a buff for some, might be a debuff for some.
I do wonder if the difficulty in permaban is about the champion, the League of Legends champion in the background, or if they just actually expected people to ban this in the pool.
I don't think it has to be about the champion. I'm not sure which champion it actually is, but nonetheless, it cannot be. I don't think it's been banned before. I don't think any country has banned Hard Rock 1, because the song is great, the map plays really nicely. It's a type of pick where top teams can triple SC, but bottom teams can feel confident on beating top teams. So it's just like all of it fits, in my opinion.
Definitely. It is interesting to note that actually there's a 100% breakpoint rate in this match so far, because Denmark took the breakpoint from the Philippines, obviously, and the Philippines has been winning Denmark's picks. So it'll be interesting to see if Denmark's able to keep that streak going. It's gonna be a tough one against the Philippines on Hard Rock 1, but you never know.
Yeah, exactly. The thing is as well, Philippines can kind of switch around their plays a little bit. Denmark doesn't really have that luxury, especially on higher AR picks. I don't think Wafalata and Shukas feel all that comfortable on a map like Hard Rock 1, so they have to keep in Sharpen, Kare, and Captain, which might be like a little bit of a burden going farther into this match, right? Playing 9 maps in a row can be draining for some. There are some players that have absolutely no issues with that, but there are players that do feel kind of drained or lose focus more easily. Obviously, it's only the 4th pick, but looking forward to like pick 7 or pick 8 if we get there. That might also be something to factor in. Nonetheless, we see Rusty making his reappearance, stepping out Bunray. Maririn going to be playing every single map, I do believe. Already 3 out of 3. Same with Sharpen, Carry, and Captain, obviously, on the Danish side. 2 people once again choosing Hidden, Captain and Maririn with their hard rock for reading purposes. Yeah, I think we'll be seeing them playing with Hidden every single map as if they were allowed to do so, that is.
Yeah, at least on anything that's above AR 9.5. Yeah, here we go, getting into Hard Rock 1 now. It is the Philippines pick. I mean, it makes sense against teams such as Denmark. I'll be honest, I think Sharp and Kare probably feel confident on this. But I think Captain could be a little bit of the weakest link here. He's going to have to focus and try his best for his team here.
Yeah, definitely. The map itself is, well, it's placed really smoothly, but the ending section, there are some... It's not really anti-flow, but it's like you don't expect it to go in that direction when it goes in that direction, right? And that can trip people up. We've seen multiple misses from multiple players on that part. Carry gonna be first to drop in the earlier section of this pick. Right,
no consecutive FCs for Kare, yeah.
Indeed. Also dropped quite a lot of accuracy as well, so it wasn't a clean miss, and that might influence things at the end there as well.
Still a double SS from Sharpen and Captain, and the triple SS on the Philippine side. Denmark's gonna have to hope for a miss from the Philippines here to have any chance of coming back.
Definitely. We do expect more misses in the ending section of this map. The slider section here is relatively straightforward. There's no memory in it. But the ending section, it's not that easy. It's not that straightforward.
I also feel like this is a map where nerves could definitely play a part, especially on slow parts like this.
Definitely.
Gotta make sure.
It's gonna be catching that Kara missing right after the spin, but Marin's rating it, so 1 for 1. Still a 1 miss advantage though for Team Philippines. These sliders are also a little tricky with the hyper dash. Happiness phenomenon. Kale's gonna be missing actually. That's 2 for 2 misses, and another miss from Kale, so that might be enough for Denmark to be taking it actually.
Denmark can definitely flip the lead over to their side now, yeah, which they do actually, and now as long as they just keep holding, only 1/4 of the map left. Oh, but Captain misses there. That's gonna flip the lead back over to the Philippines. That's not what they needed at all there.
The Kale's gonna be missing again. Rusty as well. No FCs on Team Philippines, so Denmark are in the lead. Sharp and the only FC in the lobby left. Carry buff 200 as well. Captain more combo than Kelzo. Rusty does end up dropping, but still advantage Denmark, I think. They have the combo advantage and the score advantage right now, and we're coming to the end of this map.
As long as Kare and Sharpen hold, I believe that's Denmark's point, and I believe that's gonna be 100% breakpoint rate if they keep holding here at the very end of the map. Is Denmark gonna make it 2-2?
It does seem to be the case, actually. Sharpen with a beautiful double SSS, the only FC in the entire lobby. Car with the 1 miss, the 2 miss actually. But Philippines, 2.876 million. It's not that, well, it's lower than most top teams on this pick, and Denmark going to be breaking Philippines again, but this is kind of worrisome for Philippines, right? 2-2.
Definitely, and I mean, it's 100% breakpoint rate in a match like this. I mean, who would have expected this? Who would have expected Denmark to get 2 points against the Philippines in this manner, in a breakpoint way? I mean, they're definitely destroying a lot of pick'ems here, that's for sure. They can be proud of their performance, for sure. Sharpen was the only FC as well. I mean, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, the ending section was really brutal for most of these players, actually, but what a beautiful performance from Team Denmark. Sharpen, especially being able to rely on that captain who has been so... Well, I mean, okay, Sharpen is the captain, and Captain is not the captain, for the record.
Yeah.
The Captain Sharpen, he's just like a solid stone you can rely on. He's been so great at hard work, especially known for his hard work, but also able to play really anything that is. So beautiful performance coming from him. Carry as well with the supporting combo at the end there. So 2-2, and well, curious to see where they were going to go. Will they be taking this now? Are they going to go for the double time 2? After losing double time 1 but winning double time 3, are they going to go for the hard rock 2? But I don't think they'll be picking hard rock, so we might see a Nomad now. I'm not sure. Nomad 4 does seem quite a decent pick for Denmark.
I still think Nomad 4 would not be a bad pick for them here. They could definitely compete on it, knowing their players. DT2 could also be a decent pick. I mean, DT1 was close, and they obviously did beat the Philippines on DT3 somehow. So yeah, they're gonna have to think about what they want to pick here. I mean, so far, I keep on saying it, but it's been 100% breakpoint rate, and they wanna make sure that they can pick a map that they can win on to break that streak and get the momentum.
I mean, if Denmark wins this point, they're 3-2 ahead of Philippines. That's just like incredible. Like, these guys are playing out of their minds right now. Really solid performance. But as we can see, though, Rusty asking for Roido to be coming back in the tournament, sir. So Roido is going to make his first appearance, and might be like, oh, we're getting kind of scared. Let's put in Roido just to be sure, right? Let's put in our best player, because Denmark does seem a little bit better than we anticipated. That's the vibe I get from that statement. And as we see, Roido is in the lobby. Nomad 2 getting picked by Denmark. It's also important to know that Roido was put into the tournament server before Nomad 2 was picked, so they're doing it regardless of the pick of Denmark. So, I mean, it does indicate some kind of scaredness from Team Philippines, in my opinion.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, Roido, you know, it's sort of like he's coming in, you know, as the final boss here versus Denmark. I mean, they have to beat Roido now. And yeah, like you said, before Nomad 2 was even picked, he's ready to play pretty much anything. I think he can play anything out of this pool on a really high level. So it's definitely a scary entrance, especially if you're Denmark.
The thing is as well, though, Nomad 2 is a relatively, well, easy is not the right word, but like a straightforward map, I would say. And I really like this pick from Denmark. I think this is a solid pick. I've already mentioned it earlier on the stream. I think this is one of those picks that a lot of the lower seed teams are going to be going for, because it just feels nice to play. Especially with Nomad 1 being banned. Like, Nomad 3 is like a weird spacing, and Nomad 4 is common. So the only nice to play Nomad specifically, like the good feeling with it, is Nomad 2. So we did expect this. And then as well, we saw them rolling to what they should pick in the chat, Denmark. So that means they have another pick ready as well. There's two maps they were doubting about, Nomad 2, and I'm not sure what the other one is, but I think it might be Nomad 4 or Mixed Mod 2. So I'm curious to see how we'll be taking this. Rusty going to be coming in for Nomad 2. Same with Roido. Roido making his first appearance in this round of 32 match between Philippines and Denmark at pick number 5. And I think you would have expected a 4-0 scoreline, but it is 2-2.
I mean, I feel like that's why this pick is also really strong from Denmark, because they've definitely, you know, they've gotten into the Philippines' head, right? And this is a map where you need to just focus and keep your nerves to hold the FC, because I feel like both teams can triple FC on a map like this. So, you know, Denmark definitely, I would say, you know, has caught the Philippines off guard by getting those 2 breakpoints, and
exactly,
this is perfect timing to pick a map like this, if you ask me.
Fully agreed. I really like Denmark's game plan. Even though they lost 2 of their own picks, they're still doing the right thing, in my opinion, each and every single time. So they're capitalizing on the chances they're giving. And this Nomad 2, I mean, I can definitely see Triple FC on Team Denmark. Sharpen should be able to see this. Kauri as well, who's been, in my opinion, the best player on Team Denmark for now, except for probably the hard to one that went a little bit south on his side. But and then Captain, just that solid Turtle. And as you said, he really likes lower AR picks, so 9.2 is on the lower end, so that should be fine for Captain as well. So I really like this pick.
Very, very smart indeed. My Nordic brothers playing well. All the Nordic doubters in chat shaking in their boots.
We see all players getting up to 2 in combo.
Oh, Shark N finds an uncharacteristic miss there. Don't know what's up with that. But that allows Philippines to grow their lead here and capitalize on that.
Yeah, and save for Captain, so that's 2 misses for none right now. I'm not sure if you want to give Philippines a 2-miss lead on this type of map.
Definitely not. Denmark has to hope for some breakdown here on the Philippines side now if they want to put the lead back in their place.
Definitely. Bunnery had a beautiful spinner there. Absolutely de-optimized route as well, so definitely some memorization there. I do believe Sharpen going to be finding another Braider. It's only Kauri versus 3 right now. Roido, Rusty, Bunnery, all 3 of them are like top 50 in the world in the solo ranks, and they're also top 50 in tournament play. Rusty going to be finding a miss though, but they need way more, and Roido and Bunnery, I'm not sure if they're going to be giving it to them that easily. 1 quarter left.
I mean, yeah, if you're in a match and the people that you're hoping to miss is Roido and Bunnery, yeah, something's off. Something's off for sure.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
most likely things aren't going to go your way, yeah.
9,000 points in difference. Captain has built up his combo quite nicely. Sharpen as well, but yeah, they need like a complete meltdown from Team Philippines at this point. Beautiful performance coming from Roydo and Bunray, as we have expected for so many times now, but still not a given, I would say. Really solid performance coming from both, and Bunray even with the SS, and I think, I mean, spinner-wise, that's the highest score she could have possibly gotten as well, so not sure if anyone has gotten a bigger score than 1,005,000, so beautiful performance coming in from Team Philippines. Kare, once again with the FC, but his teammate just not able to support him as much as he would have liked to, and that's a 3-2, 100% breakpoint rate still. And I think now might be hidden 2 time, right? I'm going to keep saying it until they actually pick it. And if they never pick it, I'm looking like an absolute idiot, but that is... I'll take that then. I mean, if Roydo's going to be playing, hidden 2 is even a better choice, right? Roydo is one of the best low AR hidden players in the world. Top 3, top 2. Try to think of people that can beat him. I mean, Fob could, but I think Roydo's better than Fob. Might be a hot take, but it's probably close. But aside from that, there's not that many people that can beat Roydo in a 1v1 on low AR hidden, so might be a good pick now. Just putting it out there.
Yeah, we see Crowley in chat. I mean, it would make sense that he would also play a low AR hidden map here in the early rounds. So maybe hidden 2 is going to be the pick.
Exactly, yes.
But actually, we also see Tukas in chat, so maybe that doesn't mean anything. I don't know.
We might be seeing ghosts here. Nomad 3 is also still open, which is a really gimmicky spacing map. But it's going to be hidden 2. Tag the Lord. Okay, finally. Nonetheless, this is a perfect time to pick hidden 2. Actually, not the perfect time. I think after like double time might have been a bit better. But given the match state right now, 3-2 ahead, and it's your pick that I take hidden 2, which should be your best map on paper, right? You are the hidden team, or at least like one of the hidden teams in the tournament. Then this should be good to go.
Yeah, I think Wape Latte is going to make his first appearance here. I don't think it's a CWC debut because I think he played in 2021. So it's not his debut, but yeah, he is going to make his first appearance in this match now, this year.
Yeah, he did play in 2021, I can confirm that. Was also used for hidden back then, because Kare obviously cannot really play hidden.
Sharp and Captain, the other two, with Wafe Latte, the newcomer. I think Captain probably feels confident on this. I don't think Sharp N feels too confident on this. He doesn't like hidden, I know that, so... Definitely a good pick from the Philippines, where they have, you know, a whole lineup of confident hidden players. Actually, we don't even see Roydo on the lineup here on the screen.
Yeah, that's what surprises me again. Rusty should still be able to play this, I think, or should feel relatively confident on it. Nonetheless, Bunray, Crowley, those two are phenomenal and low AR hidden as well, especially earlier rounds. Like the finals, low AR hidden, they might start to struggle in comparison to Roydo, but nonetheless, they should still be able to do completely fine. The song title is 2 minutes 15. It's 2 minutes 13 mapped, which has also been hinted about multiple times. Some people cannot really handle that, which is completely understandable. It's AR 8.4, but the map itself is very straightforward. There's not that many difficult patterns in it. There's some weird jumps left and right, but it should still be quite confident.
Sharp N found a couple of early misses there. Clearly not adjusted to the lower hidden yet. But yeah, he finds more misses. Wafe Latte finds a miss there as well. And Captain as well. Now there's just 3 FCs from the Philippines and no FCs from Denmark. Early on in the map though.
Yeah, it's somewhat what we expected from Team Denmark to struggle a little bit more than Team Philippines. It's going to be 21 miss, but it's a triple miss once again from Team Denmark. And that scoreboard is just loading up. It's already 200,000 points. They're so close to 200,000 points. And yeah, I mean, it is to be expected given qualifier scores, given previous performances on hidden in previous years. I think it was a complete given, and we've been really, really surprised if a team like Denmark was able to triple SC a map like this. Nonetheless, Crowley and Bunray are just completely cruising right now. Bunray still with the double S, might go with a double S, like back-to-back, I mean. So yeah, really solid performance coming in from Team Philippines, that is.
Sharp and unfortunately struggling a lot on a map like this. 92% as things stand. Probably finds a miss though. Now it's just Bunray with the full combo in the whole lobby. But yeah, I mean, Wafe Latte and Captain doing their best to build up some combo again. with the scoreline from the Philippines, it's looking like it's going to be tough to have any chance here.
Yeah, definitely. Sharpen just starting a little bit more than he would have liked to in the B rank, that is. So we might see the first non-breakpoint, Ash. It's been a while. Probably been about like 13 hours in the week, I would say. So it's been a while. It doesn't happen that it takes that long. It doesn't happen often that it takes that long.
Sharp building up back to an A rank though. I mean, but with the performance from this like Sharp, like this from Sharp End, you have to ask, would have Kari been a better choice, or maybe even Tukas? You never know.
You never know, indeed. But those are the type of questions that should be answered after a match. It doesn't really matter. You lost a pick. It is what it is. It was to be expected as well, right? I don't think they would have hoped or would have thought they would beat Philippines on Hidden 2, so I think it's fine. But then again, Philippines are confirming that breakpoint for the first time this match. That's a 4-2, so they have 3 match points. It's Denmark's pick now, but if they win Denmark's pick or their own pick, they obviously win the match, that is. So Denmark still needs to break Philippines once, which is not an easy feat, that is.
To be fair though, I mean, look at Captain and Wafelance's score. It's not too bad. They both got over 900k. It's just
definitely.
Philippines are so strong on a map like this, and they showed that right there. But with the FC, and they're able to take that point and make it 4-2, and now it's their match point. But it is Denmark's pick, so if they pick smart here, then maybe they can get an extra point and regain a little bit of momentum. You never know. But the Philippines still has maps like Nomad 3, and yeah, Hard Rock 2 even.
Yeah. Although really,
I think a smart pick here would be Nomad 4 from Denmark if they want to have a chance of getting another point.
Yeah, Nomad 4 or Mixmod 1, but they need one player to play. Hidden on Mixmod 1 as Lower Hidden as well, so I'm not sure that's.
I think Captain could do decent on that, but it probably wouldn't beat the Lower Hidden player from the Philippines, but Captain would definitely be a solid slot on that. But still, I still think Nomad 4 would be a smarter pick. Mixmod 2 would make sense.
Yeah. Double Time 2 could also be something they want to look for. I'm not sure. Double Time 2 plays a little bit more awkwardly than Double Time 1. They lost Double Time 1. It's difficult for Denmark. Difficult position to be in. They're going to go for the counter, so they're listening to Mr. Ash Ketchum over here, and I completely agree with them. That's a really solid pick from them. The only converts in the pool, as we all know, we've all talked about it multiple times now, but converts are gone, or at least almost gone. Tag the They were part of the generation where you had to play converts to farm PP, right? Like new players, the new generation doesn't have to do that because there's so much farm nowadays. But back then you had to play converts to farm. Imagine, man, I can't imagine. So it definitely does hurt them, especially if like a hardware convert with Sharpen and Carry, or like a double time convert. I can definitely see them go for those types of maps, being Team Denmark. So, but nonetheless, this one there's an edge jump at 803, which I always miss myself. There's also some weird wiggles. Well, they're not really wiggles. You can stand them still, but it's really scary to stand still there. So there are wiggles around, I think, 950, and those two are the most. Those are the spots where we expect misses. That is. Other positions could be around 400, where the doubles on the left and the right. So there's doubles right, doubles left. So there are some tricky parts in this map where multiple people can definitely mess up. So I'm curious to see how these teams are going to be performing on this Nomad 4.
Indeed. Don't overlook Captain on a cover like this, though. I actually have faith in him. He loves playing converts, and I think his main skill set is converts. So it's going to be interesting to see how he performs. I'm excited to see at least Sharpen and Kauri, obviously, as well, quite comfortable on a map like this. But the Philippines, I mean, you expect them to do well, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Nonetheless, Marin making his reappearance. Been out of the game for a bit now because the hidden was picked in the lower yard Nomad. Nonetheless, we're gonna go into Nomad 4. Second pick of the match rather. Philippines match points. Sharpen, Carry, and Captain are going to be trying to take another break from the Philippines.
Indeed. And if there is a map in the pool that they can do it on, I believe it is this one. I hope I don't eat my words.
There were multiple maps. There was also Double Time 3 apparently, and Hard Talk 1. So I believe you. I think this one is. Their fifth point of this match, but what a close performance. Once again, it's only 25,000 points separating these two teams, singular miss. And Denmark, I mean, Philippines had 14 misses, Denmark only had 8, but those misses were just completely clustered. And wow, okay, Philippines has to be sweating after this one. It's a really, really hard-fought battle by them, but they were able to beat Denmark on the Nomad 4. Oh, those singular misses from Sharpen in the middle sections where he didn't really want, well, he didn't, I wouldn't say he didn't want to miss, obviously don't want to miss, but he didn't expect to miss there. That's the only difference maker in this match, and that's going to hurt him just a little bit on that one, I do believe.
Gotta give credit to Denmark, though. What a beautiful performance from them as the lower seed by, like, what, 20, 25, 23 seeds?
23, I believe, 5th to 28, so 23 seeds difference indeed. Once again, your winners, Team Red Philippines, Roydo, Kielzu, Crowley, Bunnery, Rusty, and Maririn. Going to be taking on a hard-fought battle against Team Denmark, unexpectedly so to some extent, I would say. So, going to be kind of going back to the drawing table for next week, because Philippines, obviously, it's a winner bracket match. Philippines going to be continuing forward in the winners bracket. Team Denmark going to be dropping down to the losers bracket, where they'll be facing. I'm not too sure. I'd have to check, but nonetheless, what a solid performance from Team Denmark. Also, nice victory from Team Philippines.
Yeah, congrats on the win on that one. Well played from the Philippines, and well played from Denmark as well. I think Denmark is going to be facing the loser of Russia and Colombia, which is going to be the last match of the weekend.
Oh yeah. Okay, indeed, that is indeed the case. So that's still a decent matchup for Team Denmark, depending on which team loses there. So some really nice battles to be looked forward to in the winners bracket, but also in the loser bracket from next week, where seeds gaps are going to be way closer, and they keep on getting closer the further we go into the tournament, right? So definitely a lot to look forward to. As you can see on the left side, there's only been one seed upset for now, being Norway, beating out on Japan, but we have Sweden versus Australia coming up in about 10 minutes, another fellow Nordic country, and this Swedish roster this year is really stacked in my opinion, and I can definitely see them be the second upset of this weekend. Either way, I was Quinton, I was here with Ash Ketchum, and we'll be coming back in about 10 minutes. Grab a snack, and we'll see you soon. Have a good one, everyone.
Thank you.